Hello everyone. Welcome to Tagum City National High School Science Web course on Quarter 2, Force, Motion, and Energy. Today, we will explore the evolution of ideas about electromagnetic waves. We begin our journey during the 17th century in the days of Isaac Newton. He published several works, including the famous Principia and Optics. Principia in 1687 and Optics in 1704. Apart from his discovery of the universal gravitation, Isaac Newton also investigated the properties of light. He found out from his experiments that white light consists many colors which can be dispersed using a prism. He listed these colors in order starting from red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, and violet. Today, we know that colors seen by Newton were actually red, orange, yellow, green, cyan instead of blue, blue instead of indigo, and violet. This led him into a conclusion that light is made up of particles and not waves. This was a major proposition to the corpuscular theory of light, the theory that explains that all things are made up of tiny particles. Another notable scientist in the 17th century who contributed significantly in our understanding of light is Christian Huygens. He published a work entitled Treatise on Light on 1690. He is remembered as the pioneer in the wave theory of light, stating that light is made up of waves rather than particles. In the early 19th century, William Herschel investigated the dispersion of white light into subsequent colors. He actually replicated the experiment of Newton. He placed a thermometer beyond the red color of the visible spectrum and found out that temperature has increased. He concluded that there is an invisible form of light beyond the red color. This region later came to be known as infrared. In the following year, Johann Wilhelm Ritter conducted a similar experiment on the region beyond violet color of light, just like the experiment of William Herschel. He found out that when silver chloride is placed beyond violet color, it darkened the silver chloride faster than the violet. Later, this invisible light beyond the violet would be known as ultraviolet rays. Later in the middle of the 19th century, James Clerk Maxwell published a work entitled A Dynamical Theory of Electromagnetic Field in 1865. He developed equations that relate electricity and magnetism. He further suggested that light has both electric field and magnetic field, and that electricity, magnetism, and light are different manifestations of the same phenomena. His four equations became the foundations of electromagnetic theory. In 1887, Heinrich Hertz successfully produced the first radio waves by experimenting his calculations using Maxwell's equations. In 1895, a new electromagnetic wave was discovered by Wilhelm Röntgen, which was later called X-rays. The lastly discovered electromagnetic wave was the gamma ray, discovered by Paul Villard in 1900 while studying the radiation of uranium. To sum up, radio waves, infrared, visible light, ultraviolet rays, X-rays, and gamma rays continuously form the electromagnetic spectrum. From the experiments of these scientists and their discoveries, we know that light can behave as a particle and as a wave, and that electromagnetic waves manifests electric field, magnetic field, and light. In the next video, we will explore the different properties of a wave. See you there.